Cleveland Police Constable Amelia Shearer. We spoke of her on the 18th of August regarding her damaging a store's changing room in York. She was up on gross misconduct charges, but at the time we didn't know just how gross it actually was. The allegation, in full, reads PC 2818 Amelia Shearer will be subject of a gross misconduct hearing to be held at Middlesbrough Football Club, Riverside Stadium, Middlesbrough, to commence at 10 a.m. on Monday, August the 22nd. The officer is alleged to have breached the standards of professional behaviour in respect of discreditable conduct, relating to an allegation that on September the 11th, 2021, whilst off duty and socialising in York, it is alleged she behaved in a manner resulting in damage being caused to a changing room of a retail store, causing financial and operational inconvenience and loss, and honesty and integrity. PC Shearer then provided an account of the incident to her supervision that she knew or ought to have known was inaccurate. Well, it turns out that the store she was accused of damaging was Urban Outfitters in York, and the damage occurred while she was off duty and socialising with a friend. Now, getting on to just how gross Shearer's misconduct was, let's put it this way: she didn't so much take the piss rather than take a piss, or so it's alleged. Her several-day misconduct hearing is currently ongoing, and the hearing heard from Amelia Shearer, who was representing the force in the matter. She said that by 3:30 p.m. on Saturday, September the 11th, PC Shearer was drunk or affected by drink. The officer is reported to have asked if there were any toilets for customers in the store, and when a member of staff said there were not, she went into a cubicle without any clothes to try on. Oh yes, she did. Sales associate Ryan Weir, who was staffing the fitting room that afternoon, told the hearing that he called a manager on the radio for help. Team leader Nicole Bean arrived, and when PC Shearer opened the door to the cubicle some minutes later, they saw there was a puddle of what smelled like urine on the floor of the changing room, Mr. Weir said. PC Shearer is said to have then made a hasty getaway, but Ryan Weir said he had spotted her in a bar once his shift had ended. Mr. Weir said part of his role was to check and sanitise changing rooms after they had been used, and there was no wet patch when the previous customer had left it 10 minutes earlier. Ms. Shearer explained how the following day of the incident, Shearer told her inspector that she went into the cubicle to try clothes on, but that account had since changed, and now she claims to have gone into the cubicle to adjust her bra. Police were called after the incident, but the on-duty copper said he saw a wet patch on the floor but couldn't smell anything as he was recovering from COVID. Shearer told the hearing panel, "You have members of staff who were sober and an officer who was not." Joan Smith, acting for PC Shearer, asked Mr. Weir why he didn't say anything to the officer when she opened the cubicle door. Mr. Weir replied, "I was quite shocked by the situation. I was not quite sure what to say." The hearing continues and is expected to conclude on Wednesday. Now, I'm sure there's lots of jokes and puns that you can think of. You probably already thought of some. I unfortunately only have limited time to think of things like that to add to the reports, so just for fun, let's hear what you've got to say about this report in the comments. And I will be back tomorrow or Wednesday with the conclusion of this misconduct hearing.